All right, I thought it would be a good idea to do another coaching video. I know some people like the Brandon Staley one. It's going to be kind of similar, but a little bit different. James Herrick's with me this time. Jackson Law is too depressed about the Grizzlies. I'm going to have a post about that, actually. But James Herrick, how are you? What's going on?
I'm pretty good, and I'm kind of in the same boat as Jackson with my NBA team, but I was expecting it, so I'm not as depressed as
him. There you go. There you go. All right, so I basically want to talk about Frank Reich. I did a post on him earlier this year. That was before this Bears game. I watched that Bears game. I wanted to fucking strangle the guy. Like, if I was in the Panthers front office, I think I would have fought him like on the spot. So let's just go through maybe a couple key points why Panthers fans should be frustrated and why there's just no way you can bring him back as the coach next year. Here we go. 3rd and 1. We're at basically the 48-yard line. We're in shotgun. We're going 5 wide shotgun. Keep in mind, his offensive line stinks. He's got a rookie quarterback back there who can barely see over the line. And we're going 3rd and 1 shotgun.
And the biggest excuse that people have is that there's no weapons in Carolina. There's no weapons in Carolina, so we're going to put them in shotgun and get all the weapons you have out on the
field. They're not only bad weapons. That's not even the point. It's 3rd and 1. There's a minute and 22 left. I understand that all of these fucking offensive coaches gotta score points. But at some point, when are you gonna manage the game? At some point, as a head coach, you have to be aware of, hey, if we don't pick this up and we punt this back, there's a chance that the Bears can score points. This has to be a run. So I guess just play it and then go from there. 3rd and 1 shotgun, 5 wide, incomplete pass. No time comes off the clock. They punt. Bears get a field goal, and they lose by 3. That's the game.
Couldn't script it any worse.
That's the game. And not only was that the game, he was gift-wrapped a punt return touchdown on his first possession. He had a 10-0 lead before you could even blink. And we're drawing up shotgun, 5 wide, 3rd and 1.
And you just gave Miles Sanders all that money in the offseason.
What are we doing, Frank Reich? What are we doing, Frank Reich? You have the lead. Bleed the clock. Like, the biggest thing, Philadelphia is 7 and 1. A big reason why Philadelphia is 7 and 1 is because they have Mariano Rivera on their fucking team. 3rd and 1, that's automatic. When's the last time Philadelphia didn't convert a 3rd and 1? Because if they don't get it on 3rd and 1, they're sure as fuck getting it on 4th and 1. Right?
It's automatic for them.
Automatic. They pick it up every time. That has to be a run. It not only has to be a run to keep the clock moving, but it has to be a run in terms of, holy shit, if we don't get it on 3rd down, we can get it on 4th down. Or if you don't get it on 4th down, at least the clock's moving. The idea that you're gonna draw up not even a pass. It's not even just a pass. You're not even thinking about running the ball there. You're not even giving the defense. Oh, they're just throwing the ball. They're not even giving them the option. I don't even have to defend the run.
It's also like uncreative play. Like, we're just running.
Of course, his entire playbook's. How many plays are they gonna run out of shotgun? We see CJ Stroud, and again, I had CJ Stroud rated as better. I'm not saying that he's not better, but CJ Stroud, the throws and shit, his guys are running wide open. They're putting him under center. Look at how many times the Houston Texans put him under center. He's running shotgun the whole game.
And they're going to find a way to blame it on Bryce Young. They're going to say, oh, well, he came from college. We wanted to put him in a college-style offense. They'll find a way to blame it on him.
He's not even playing bad, I don't think. Like, I'm not saying he's playing perfect, and he's missed some throws, and boy, does he look small. But when you really boil it down, he's really not playing bad.
If you put him in a better situation, you're going to get a lot better of an outcome.
Of course. Of course. He's not even really playing bad. You're running shotgun the whole game. You're asking a 5'10" rookie. Go ahead, play shotgun the whole game. Let's see how it turns out with a bad line and bad weapons.
It's not going to work.
That's not a coach. You're not coaching.
You almost have to feel bad for Bryce Young at this point. Like,
that's the game, though. I don't know if anyone was paying attention during the Slack when I said this. I fucking lost it right before the half. 3rd and 1 shotgun. And he did it the whole game. He ran shotgun the whole game. And he had to lead the whole game. He had to lead the whole game. And
they also don't run the ball. They
have like run the ball the whole game. They had to lead.
They have like I think they throw it like 66% of the time around there, give or take. But they don't run the ball.
I just pulled it up. Bryce Young threw the ball, and they had the lead 38 times. Chuba Hubbard had 9 carries. Miles Sanders had 2 carries. And you had the lead.
And you've got Tyson Bagent on the other side. It's like there's a legit chance that if you just control the clock and just don't let Chicago score, it's like that's the game. And
it was the game. They had a 10-0 lead before they even blinked because the guy returned a punt.
And that's about as lucky as they could get for Carolina. Like,
of course. I was screaming. I was screaming when I watched this game. There's just no way you can bring this guy back. Especially, I don't know if you saw this, but Reich, he basically had that one press conference where he threw the owner under the bus, being like, well, you know, he's a really demanding owner. When you do shit like this, he should be demanding.
Yeah, you said earlier, you know, if I was in the front office, I would have wanted to slap him or something like that. It sounds like every Monday when they had their little owner and coach meeting, Tepper wants to slap him. Yeah. It sounds like you're not alone.
And then he has the audacity to throw the owner under the bus. Well, he's a little controlling. He should be. What he's saying. It'd be worse if he wasn't saying anything.
And the one, he kind of like throws Bryce Young under the bus a little bit in one of them, where he's like, yeah, this kind of isn't really the quarterback we wanted. And it's like, oh, great. I'm sure that's great for your rookie quarterback.
It doesn't matter it wouldn't matter who's under center. I'm not saying maybe Stroud would play better, but the position that they're putting him in, good luck. I don't know who's succeeding.
In Carolina, not many have succeeded.
But this was a 7-win team last year. This team won 7 games last year. They didn't just win 7 games. They were leading the Bucs in the last week of the year. Tom Brady had this big comeback. They would have won the division.
And the best part of their team was their run game last year.
They ran the ball and they played defense. And now they can't do any of those things.
None of the above.
So
they took away their biggest strength.
You got rid of the coach that was able to run the ball and play defense. You hired a coach that's this passing guru, and their passing game sucks.
And this is a similar theme to why you have to make these videos. With Staley, the defense sucks, and he's a defensive coach.
Oh my God. Don't even get me started on fucking Staley. Don't even get me started on Staley.
But there's a reason these videos have to be made.
About Staley, the Chargers scored in every single possession in the second half and lost the game.
Because their defense is atrocious. I mean, I know the Lions have a good offensive line, but the Lions O-line, there was like there was 3 yards to go. It was like 2nd and 3 or 3rd and 3. The O-line pushed the D-line behind the first down marker, and it's like, well, that makes David Montgomery's job a lot easier. But
there's $800 or $800 million on that Chargers defense when you terms of Derwin James, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa. They've paid a lot of guys.
They had Khalil Mack lined up in the slot playing coverage. I'm not kidding. I looked over. I was like, what the hell is Khalil Mack doing?
Anyway.
Playing man-to-man. Yeah, off topic, but there's a reason these videos are made.
I guess before we close, I sent you that Colts video too.
Yep.
If we want to play that. I am all for hiring these offensive coaches. I think it's the way the league's trending. If you just look, hey, Mike McDaniel, the way he's been able to help Tua and their offense. Kevin O'Connell, I mean, God, is he good at drawing up plays. Even without Jefferson, even without Kirk Cousins, they're moving the ball and scoring points. At some point, though, a lot of these offensive coaches have failed to understand that they have to manage the game. At some point, you have to go beyond just being a play caller and say, okay, what would I do from a leadership standpoint? This has to be a run. Just like before when we were talking about that 3rd and 1. This has to be a run. You're not scoring here, Shane Steichen. I know you're brilliant, and I know you put up a lot of points on this Cleveland Browns defense, and I know you ran the ball on a really good Cleveland Browns run defense. You're not scoring here. The clock is your enemy. This has to be a run. Cleveland has no timeouts. You can bleed this thing down to, by the time you get the punt, 40 seconds. Instead, what happens? Shotgun. We're running shotgun again. On 3rd and 13, what happens?
3rd and 13.
3rd and 13, incomplete pass. Clock doesn't move at all. Cleveland had no timeouts. You saved them about 50 seconds, 45 seconds based on the run. Cleveland goes down, kicks the field goal. They win by 3. Game over. That's the game.
And that possession was also, in the previous possession, they get a strip sack in the end zone for a Cleveland touchdown.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like they were moving the ball. It's not like they had a ton of momentum. They had no momentum at that point. You're 3rd and 13, and then you try and pull that off with Minshew at quarterback.
But Reich did that exact same thing on that 3rd and 1. Except he had even better field position. He could have even found a way to score points on that drive if he had just even tried to run the ball.
Yeah, what do you do if you convert? If you convert, then you can open it back up.
Yeah.
Try and move the ball a little more.
And there's time. It's not like you had no time. It's that you don't want to leave time for them.
Mm-hmm. For a bad Chicago Bears team. It's not like this Bears team was,
a terrible Bears team.
It's not like you're behind 14 points and you desperately need points before the half. You desperately need a touchdown. You're leading to a team with an undrafted quarterback that, listen, in all fairness, the guy went undrafted for a reason.
On his side, he's got the guy that won the Heisman Trophy at Alabama. He found a way to lose with a 10-point lead to a guy who won the Division II Heisman Trophy and did not get picked.
And once again, did not get picked for a reason. It's not like this is
very much did not get picked for a reason.
It's not like this is some gem that they found and, oh my God, he's better than we thought. It's like, no, he didn't get picked for a reason.
I'm sorry.
In all fairness to the guy.
But if you're finding a way to lose with those circumstances, you're the fucking problem.
You want to know what makes me mad about the whole situation? Is that Chicago has their first round pick, and the Chicago Bears are going to get rewarded for Frank Reich's incompetence.
Yeah.
That's a little bit off topic, but man,
there's no reason why I'm not saying the team should be good, but there's no reason why this should be this bad.
One win bad for this team.
No way they should be this bad.
Like you said, they won 7 last year. And the issue was quarterback play, and you went out and got Bryce Young.
What's different about their team other than not having DJ Moore?
Not much.
And all their young guys like J.C. Horn and Derek Brown and Jackson the corner and Brian Burns has been hurt, but he was there in the beginning of the year. I mean, they should have guys.
Mm-hmm. They added Miles Sanders.
Their line's gotten worse.
It really is crazy.
Well, I mean, their line should get worse when you go fucking shotgun 5 wide.
Yeah.
You don't have anybody to chip or help.
It's like you're leaving your tackles out there to get picked apart.
I'm not saying that I'm a head football coach and I would be able to draw up plays, but I can manage the game better than that. That's a problem. So, that's all I have.